around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Oh, so that was what I saw in the handkerchief. Okay. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that? The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out to be broke with the window, there's like zero escape, right? In other words, there's a classic locked room murder. Classic locked room murder. I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in the mystery movies or books or whatever, but could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Well, since you're the ultimate everything, I guess you would tell us. I mean, come on. Like, it seems like you know everything. Ultimate detective? She should have been in Death Note. Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that.
However,
but in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and a door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we could probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that, I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Well, we know that because we went to the boys' bathroom and we found a secret hidden room that I got knocked out in. So yes, there could be a hidden mechanism somewhere in this room, and I need to figure that out. Then you think we could cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Oh, my baby, look at her. Like, come on. All right, let's look at everything and let's talk to everybody else later. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Do you recognize it, Hina?
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. The fact that says after we left the nurse's office should be important. So I gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. Okay. So she said that she wants to make sure that nobody else got to it but her. And she's the one that gave it to her. So we're gonna keep that in mind. So let's see. Oh, is that broken glass? There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and there are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? Is that like her water bottle? So this must have originally been a bottle. So it was a water bottle. There's something else on the ground near the glass. Oh, it's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Where the hell did this come from? Figure on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, that's a chess piece. And I forgot the actual name of that. Is that the bishop? Is that the bishop? I think that's the bishop. Okay. So, Let's look at everything. Oh, that's one of the Monokuma drinks that. Oh, that's that. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Huh? And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Okay. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the bottles. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle, huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have. So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. It broke. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass probably started out as a bottle, which means Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was a weapon. Huh. But how would that kill Sakura, of all people? How would one bottle hit her like that? Okay, so I'm trying to see everything else. Oh. Okay, hold on. The locker's open, and there on the inside is a handprint, or handprints, I would say. What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all the dust. And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not? Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? And that was already open. Yep, it was already open.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. So then, what does that handprint mean? Huh? I'm really trying to figure this out, y'all. I'm trying to figure this out, man. So this was already there. And there's like 3 handprints over there. We looked at that. We already know what happened with that. Okay, so let's look at the magazine. The same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines. Okay, so that means nothing. Okay, so let's look at the blood. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have came from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Right. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. Huh. Okay. Let's look at Sakura herself. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I could see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically says she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Huh. Maybe getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? No, not at all. Not a chance. Okay, this is the only time that I agree with Byakuya. Like, that's impossible.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. And I'm thinking it has something to do with that candy that you had. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out right now. Okay, so let's see. There's also stuff over here. Hold up. What is this? Oh, hold on. Wait, they talked about this last time. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So
it looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loves her protein, and she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know, but still, this protein can, huh? Kematsu, protein, Zyme, and the only people that knew about that really was Aoi and Sakura. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff, so she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab. Was that planted on the scene after that we broke it? Okay. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism we used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock on it, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Okay. I'm really trying to piece everything the best I can together. I'm going to talk to her last because I need to get everything for everybody else. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. My patience is getting tried with this one. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I better go before he crushes my soul completely. Makoto, I'm going to need you to stand up one of these days. I'm going to need you to tell him to shut the f*** up and stop being a bitch. But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who will go down without a fight. And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did somebody get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right? Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She says she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said that she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, if I forced even, this would never have happened. Room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Let's talk to you. What do you want? There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. That is true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her? Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. You know what? I'm gonna remove your sight. I'm gonna remove your whole life. I'm gonna remove it. Okay? You could be the next one to go. And I could graduate. Oh, man.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so for the most part. Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave. Which is why I decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with two other people. I need to hear what they have to say. I'm still very suspicious of Donut Girl. Because of the fact that she has blood coming out of her mouth, and there was blood on this, and they're the only two that would know about this thing, and she didn't get up to go put that over there, and she could have very well been inside of this locker. I don't know, I'm trying to piece stuff together, y'all, so excuse me. Okay, let's talk to Toko. I pressed the doorbell, and after a few seconds, what you doing? Huh? Who's there? The most negative aura I've ever felt, an aura of total decay. Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name.
Oh.
It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that this is a part of you, okay? I don't know what to say. She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Right. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. Oh,
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it, you liar? I admit it, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated to his room. So they're both saying that they didn't see her. And Byakuya said he didn't see her all day. Alright, let's talk to Hiro. He is like always out of the loop of everything. I wonder if he even knows what's going on. I pressed the doorbell. Okay, and after a few seconds, he came out. What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? Then when did she tell you that? Oh, well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention to others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura. No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Definitely suspicious.
Actually,
the last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since. Well, I'm here. So could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around his pockets. Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of his pocket. Hiro? Oh, the candy. Uh-oh. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there is to it. Feeling very suspicious of everybody. I'm feeling very suspicious, not so much of Byakuya and Toko, but of Hina and Hiro. So I don't know. My radar is pointing towards them, so I don't know. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it might have came from the chem lab. So where should I start? I should probably go to the chem lab first and then go back to the crime scene. Oh, there's a broken... Oh. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. Oh, like he's not gonna boss you around, all right? Jesus. So I got to work, and before long, I drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be Makoto. Are they yours? How is it mine? Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. If Makoto's feet are too big for that, that's making me point to Hina even more, because usually girls' feet are smaller than men's. And Makoto's not the biggest dude, so might be Hina's feet. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled. That's right, it could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. And that says C4. Hold on, let's look at these things. Hold on, let's look at what happened. Let's look at this. Okay, so that says Chem A2. That said Chem C4. On the shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. Okay, let's look at this. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. But these do say like chem whatever. Okay, they're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring out a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of ordinary here, in which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Yes. Considering that they have a big-ass B, Makoto, right there, I don't think you have to worry about it. Now, let's look at A. Let's see. What's on this shelf? Oh, there's a Chem A2 in there. Hold on. There's all kinds of different dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait. Right, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I was looking. This one was labeled Chem C9 because someone had put it here on accident. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. A has dietary supplements. Section B has reagents. Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with the label from Section C. And that was a bottle of poison from Section C. What was it doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. My wheels are turning. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the ground. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle, and it's labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder have been added to the... Okay. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. I'm really trying to look at this scene, y'all. Okay, so what I'm guessing, because the other thing said Chem A2, is that they put the poison inside of the dietary supplements that they knew that Sakura was going to take. But instead of Sakura thinking that it was the dietary supplements, she of course didn't know and took it and got poisoned. I'm trying to figure it out. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress with my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed clue. This magazine is upside down. What? Okay, that's the anime magazine. Did someone put it back that way on accident? If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Oh, this is one of the pages near the center of the magazine, or what had been written in bloody letters, and it said Toko. See, now I feel like we are too deep into the game to just believe whatever we see. Okay, so like the first death, like with what is her name? I forgot. Sayaka. I'm so sorry, I forgot her name. The first death was Sayaka. She wrote in blood upside down Leon's name, but it looked like numbers if you flip it around. So that one I could understand, like we're taking that from face value because she's the only one that would have seen him. But with this being written in blood saying Toko, something's telling me that I shouldn't believe that. I don't know. Could this be a dying message? Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this? It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it, a dying message.
However,
but just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. You know what's making me more suspicious of Hina? Is the fact that whenever there's like any death in this game. She seems to point the finger very quickly, and to get the attention off her. So I don't know. Everyone's a suspect to me. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Exactly. That looks way too easy to me. Okay, so let's look at the bottles again. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Man, it's been a while since I played chess, y'all. Okay, so there's our pawn. I forgot that thing's name. Wait, is that the bishop? And the queen. Is that the queen or the king? Can you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And if it's not just because you just don't trust me, no answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Huh.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Let's try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
Doesn't matter.
I've already collected in one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles to make sure that they're like the same. Okay, so it's balanced, which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight. Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Okay, then let's give it a try. That's heavier. The broken pieces are heavier. How's that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What? The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. This is like the classic, us AI characters know exactly what's going on, but because you're the main character of this story, you gotta figure it out, even though we know the answer already. God damn it. According to Kyoko, there's just something on her body. Just staring off into space isn't gonna help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? I mean, that's what I'm doing, Kyoko, goddamn. Can I get to it? There's nothing getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times, I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I had plenty of opportunity to touch dead bodies in the past. What the you been doing? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes? You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out. That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder had been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me explain. It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. Okay, I was wondering with that, because with as big and strong as Sakura is, I highly doubt that 1 blow with a bottle killed her ass, so I don't know. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one, so she couldn't have wrote
First floor of the school. See you soon.
I'm not ready. I feel like I'm not. I'm just gonna look at everything else that I saw and gather it up the best I can, because I don't think I'm ready yet. I'm still stuck on like 3 possibilities. I think it's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at that class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Whew. Y'all, I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all. Oh man, just look at the amount of people that are here. Like, it used to be so many people you couldn't even see the elevator. Now it's like clear as day. Jesus, a lot of us died. Monokuma made his announcement. Everyone began to meet up one after another, and then the ultimate martial artist, a locked room murder mystery. What the? I just recently discovered the power of emoticon. Oh, hell. Oh, my God. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes,
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. Exit. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? Oh, he's right. That does make it seem sad. Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. So now he's doing. Oh my God, what the hell was that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at
I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. That kind of slipped up there now, didn't it, hero? Okay. You're still on my radar. You're still on my radar, hero. You said I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough, because there could be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura, is one of us. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here. The person is one of us. Maybe? Because I'm thinking it could be three things. One, it could be Hero's the killer, because he kind of just said, oh, I'm not acting casual. And said, oh, wait, no, I didn't kill her. So he might be the one. Two, Hina might be the one because she knows about the proteins and everything like that. And she had the candy wrappers and was giving it to people. Three, it could be maybe... No, I don't think it was suicide. Never mind. I don't know. Or could it? Could it? I don't know. Let's figure it out. The riot was over. The doors open once again. Man. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then. Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. So what I'm gathering from these bottles is that there's a piece missing. Because there's a pawn, then the rook, then that's the bishop. What I was calling the bishop earlier was actually a knight. So my bad. But so the knight the knight was in the bottle that we hit. But we're missing, I can't tell if that one is like the queen or the king, only because of the size of the thing on top of it. So I can't really tell if it's like the king or queen, but one of them is missing. Okay, y'all, I gotta say, I'm a little stumped on this one. I'm a little stumped because my mind is going everywhere right now, and I have a lot of theories in my head that all kind of make sense to me, but don't make sense to me at the same time. So that's why I'm not gonna say them, but I'm gonna let everyone speak in this trial. So let's see. All right, let's get it going, man.
Where to begin? We already know who did it.
No, we don't, like Hina. Like, I'm about to say that it's you because you keep coming to quick conclusions.
Whoa, deja vu.
Right.
The one who
You
killed
said that last
Sakura
time.
is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
I don't know.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of these three is a killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. Because of the note, maybe? Okay, so let's see.
It was one of you.
Was it though?
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Right.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
How?
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay. So some concrete reason why Hina suspect those three specifically. I'm sure she's mentioned it before.
It was
So,
one of you.
let's
One
see.
of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you all had. You hated her.
Oh, no, damn it. I wanted to hold it. Shit. I wanted to hold it. Sorry, man. I wanted to hold
It was
the
one of
freaking.
you.
Okay.
One of you killed.
Yes.
Because
All
you
right.
You hated
Okay,
her.
let's hold that
Is that it?
and then
Make any sense?
let's shoot at this.
The only reason you have her accusing us?
No, oh damn, that's not right either. Okay, nothing. Sorry, man. Damn, let's skip forward.
Because you all. You
Yeah.
hated her.
Is that it?
That's the
All
only
right.
reason you have her.
Let's shoot that.
No, it's wrong.
I was like, I don't know what they wanted me to shoot there, honestly. I didn't know. Like, there's not much concrete evidence right there.
Suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? I still don't think. I don't know. The pocket trash, yeah, because Hero, that looked very suspicious, and you was lying about that shit. So I don't know.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
Huh.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but
Right.
I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Huh.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Well, Hero's lying because we know that. There's a clear contradiction in something that one of them just said just now. If they didn't see Sakura, then how did they explain it? Yeah, so let's explain the pocket trash. All right.
I don't deny that.
All right, it's not you. It's not you. It's you. There we go. So let's shoot at that.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, let's shoot at that. Hero, you was lying. Why is he lying so much? I don't know.
When we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
Right.
It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
That's the same thing that was at the crime scene, bitch. So what are you doing?
That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Right.
No, it's
Ever
What?
since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Right. She said she was the only one that could get it.
No way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Uh-huh.
Miss Hero, where did you get that piece of candy?
Uh-huh.
Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Okay. Wait,
I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but
hey, what was you high? You couldn't figure out where you got the candy from? You just saw it, you had the munchies? Like, what is it?
she gave it to me forever ago.
When?
Doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When
When?
did she give it to you?
Right.
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
How do you not know? See, he's hot. Like, he's high. But what Hero said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is because, that, right? Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure about that, Hero.
Right.
Didn't actually give Sakura the candy
Until after.
she left the nurse's office. So if
Uh-huh.
that was the last time you saw her,
Blood, right?
How do you know that, though? Because you wasn't even at the crime scene. You didn't even look at it.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Totally
No.
did it.
You weren't even in the room. So how do you know? You was downstairs. You was not here. Like, you were not in the room. Everybody else was outside of the room. You was not there. You was in your room. I feel like it's him now. I feel like it's him.
Saying? No way. I didn't do it.
You
Huh.
just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hero,
Huh.
hold on.
Right.
See that dying message of hers.
Thank you. When did you see that shit? Because you wasn't in there.
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall,
Right.
Hina was
very adamant about
making everybody stay away.
scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Correct. Hold on. But when Kyoko found a magazine with the dying message, it was on a magazine shelf. So what is he talking about?
You found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
Right.
Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime.
After.
Started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense.
It's causing confusion.
Makes sense?
Yeah, no.
Makes sense. Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found a dying message during the investigation, in which case that clearly contradicts what Hiro just told us. Because he's lying. Like, how did you see it? 'Cause you definitely wasn't up in there discovering shit like us. Like, you wasn't. Okay, magazine dying message. It said Toko on it. And let's check his fingers for blood. How about that?
Exactly what I